With the facelifted Creta having arrived at the start of this year, how could the Alcazar be left behind? Hyundai has now shown us the 2024 Alcazar, and this isn't just a mere facelift. This is a pretty comprehensive upgrade both inside and out, and I'm going to show you around this updated SUV in this video. But before we do that, before we get closer to the Alcazar, take a look at what's new on the inside. Make sure you subscribe to Car and Bike and hit the bell icon so you're notified every time we upload a new video. Now let's go and check out the new Alcazar. The original Alcazar was a little bit polarizing in terms of its design and styling because it was based on the pre-facelift Creta, an elongated Creta if you will. But this time Hyundai has taken this opportunity to really rethink how this SUV looks. Starting with the face, you can see it has practically nothing in common with the pre-facelifted model. You've got these H-shaped LED DRLs connected by a light bar. The front bumper treatment is also different. You can see some gloss black that's been used here, and this skid plate type element that's been finished in silver. You've also got new dual tone wheels, which I think look nicer than before. And you've also got this new green paint shade, which I think adds to the premium feel of this SUV. In profile, it hasn't really changed, so you can tell this is still the Alcazar. No other styling touches have been changed over here. But at the back is where some of the most notable design changes have been made, because this tail section once again is completely different from the pre-facelift model. It reminds me a little bit of the Hyundai Palisade, which unfortunately we don't get in India. You can see these vertically stacked tail lights again connected by a full width light bar. You've also got the variant badge here, which I'm not sure if it's really needed in this day and age, but let me know what you think of that and what you think of the appearance of the updated Alcazar in the comments. Now let's jump inside, because the major changes have actually happened over there. So once you're inside the updated Alcazar, the feeling that hits you is that this is still very much a Creta. Just like before, the interior of the Alcazar is heavily derived from the Cretas. But because the facelifted Creta changed its layout, now the Alcazar also gets that layout. As you can see, you've got twin 10.25-inch displays over here. One is for the infotainment system and one is for your instruments display. It seems to be fairly seamless to operate, and you've also got a revised center console, so your controls for the climate control system are also different. They're now touch based. I'm not too sure if I'm a fan of that, because we prefer to have physical controls. You've got a little shelf over here to store odds and ends. Quick look at the glove box. The upholstery, the color of the interior is also different. As you can see, this is more light brown now, and once again aimed at making the car feel more premium on the inside. Again, over here you will see a lot of switches. You've got front seat ventilation, and most importantly, there's also power adjustment for both the front seats. So earlier it was only the driver's seat. Now the front passenger also gets it, and the driver's seat also has a memory function. Now, all of this being said, yet another big change has happened with the rear seat of the Alcazar, and let me tell you what that is. So the rear seat of the Alcazar now really aims to pamper the buyers. This one is the 7-seat model. So as you can see, this one has the bench seat. The seats themselves now have better cushioning. The headrest feels a lot more pillowy. You've got a tray table over here for you to be able to keep food items or whatever else you're carrying with yourself. Down here you will find 2 USB charging ports, and you've also got rear AC vents. In the 6-seat model, where you get captain chairs, you also get ventilation for the second row passengers, and the center console, which was present in the 6-seat model before, has now been deleted, which means getting into the third row will be much easier. And of course, this is still a pretty airy space to be in thanks to this large panoramic sunroof. Another special function that's been added for the updated Alcazar is Boss mode. You've seen this in a few other cars, but I think it's the first time this has come to a Hyundai sold in India. As you can see, I'm seated here. I have about enough room, but if I want, I can simply press this button and shift the seat forward. So now I have more space in the back, like a Boss should. Another big addition with the updated Alcazar is the inclusion of advanced driver assistance systems. So the Alcazar now has level 2 ADAS. You get the usual functions that you expect in a level 2 ADAS vehicle. You've got adaptive emergency braking, smart cruise control, lane keep assist, the works. In terms of powertrains is where Hyundai has not made too many changes. You still get the 1.5 litre turbo petrol engine producing close to 160 brake horsepower, and you've got the 1.5 litre diesel producing around 114 bhp. Both engines have a peak torque slightly over 250 Newton meters. In terms of transmissions, you still get a 6-speed manual, but the turbo petrol is available with the 7-speed DCT, while the diesel gets a 6-speed automatic transmission. So that's a quick first look at the updated Hyundai Alcazar. I feel Hyundai has done a really thorough job with what practically is a midlife facelift. But what do you make of the Alcazar? Do you think this is now a more formidable rival to something like a Mahindra XUV 700? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. We'll be driving this really soon. So make sure you've subscribed to the Car and Bike channel to be able to catch the review when it goes live. And remember to hit that bell icon so you're notified whenever that video goes live.